Hey everyone, Melissa here. I'm really excited today because I am participating in the paper crafting YouTuber's favorite escape YouTube hop. And firstly, a big thank you to Rachel and Monya. I think it's Monya, I think that's how you say your name, for putting this together. What I decided to do was create the cover page for my beach holiday album. So we go to a place called Riverton, which is at the bottom of the South Island of New Zealand. So it's about 3 hours from where I live, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's this little fishing village, and you can surf there. The waves aren't crazy big, but you can bodyboard and surf. And I think it can get quite rough when it's stormy, but it's just the perfect little escape. It's got this cute little town, and we stay at this place called The Rocks. And this is just a photo I took looking back at kind of the main beach over here, but the Rocks is further round. I think, in fact, this could be the Rocks actually. So it's not a super bright photo, but it's the photo that I took on the day. I have edited it. I've put a preset on it, but it's not a full-on crazy preset. So that's my photo. I think I'm going to back it with white. Normally I print my photos with a white border, but because I wanted the full 4x6, I printed this without on my Canon selfie, and I just trimmed the edges off. And then I have this paper, beautiful blue daisy paper, that I'll probably back it with. I'm not sure yet. And then what I've got is this is a Hip Kit Club. I think it's exclusive. I mean, it will be exclusive. I think it may be a subscriber cut file for May, I think. I can't quite remember. But anyway, I have backed it off camera because it would take too long with the equivalent paper to this one. This is Sunkissed from Cocoa Vanilla. I always forget to mention what I'm using at the beginning of my videos, but the ombre paper with the pink, kind of darker pink into the orange. So I've added some Powell glitter paper in gold as well, just to break it up, and I've backed that on foam. And then just in Cricut Design Space, I have just used a free font in there and typed out the word Riverton, cut it on my Cricut, and then I've just backed it with foam to pop it up. So this paper is absolutely stunning. It's called Good Vibrations. I knew that I wanted to use it as a full sheet, so it's a bit intimidating, but I think I can make it work. And I thought it would work perfectly because it's got that kind of seaside look to it. This is a summer collection, obviously, and I'm making, like I said before, I'm making an album of our most recent holiday there. So I want that so that the kids can reminisce and just look in the album. So that is my plan, and I'm going to get started. Right, so this paper is very, very intimidating to say the least. So I knew I didn't just want it to be left just plain ombre like it is. I wanted to add something. So while I decided what to do with it, I'm backing my photo in that daisy pattern. Now you can't really tell they are daisies, but it just provides a good a photo mat to separate my photo and the white border of the photo from the rest of the layout. And because the cut file has got white features and also the title is cut in white cardstock, I didn't want to just have a white border on that photo. I definitely need something else. So I'm just working out the placement if I want this, and then I'm wanting to have two lots of splatters. So I'm going to have gold splatters underneath where the hearts will be, where the cut file will be. This is, which one is it? I think it's called Golden Sleigh Bells. Yeah, Golden Sleigh Bells. It's my favourite gold. Because I was I still am, like a big Heidi Swap Colour Shine Gold user, but you know, we know that's been discontinued. I've still got one bottle left, but sometimes I prefer just using this, and so it doesn't look great at the moment, but it dries really pretty and really shimmery. So it's from Lindy's Gang, and it is a magical powder. So you just take out as much as you want, and it activates with water. So I'm just drying it off, and you can see as it dries, it gets really shimmery, so really pretty. So that's how it's looking dry. And now I'm wanting to add something above the cut file. So I've got this Shimmers Vibes called Snowway Man. So it's quite pretty, and it also dries a lot lighter than it is right now. So you can see it kind of drying. and I just did a few splatters. There's my head. I'm not sure why. Oh, and then some kind of like sediment bits got on my layout, so I had to remove them just with that broken spatula, which I happened to break in another layout that I made with texture paste. Anyway, that's another story. So just removing like that sediment, excuse me, and cleaning up my mess. Okay, sorry about that if it's disjointed. I had to stop and cough. Two of my kids have got colds and I have like a slight cold. So then I've come in with some Distress Oxides in broken china, because when that when the shimmers dried, it was I just needed something else. It wasn't enough for me, so I've put that just stamp on a piece of what's pocket page actually, add water, and which activates the Distress Oxide, and then I've splattered. So I'm loving Distress Oxides at the moment. I think they're really popular, and the more I use them, the more I want to use them. So then I'm just drying it off, and I've got some white acrylic paint because I'm wanting some white splatters. And I've found recently, as in the last probably few layouts that I've made, that watered down white acrylic paint gives the best splatters. So I found with my delusions that I'd splatter it and you just couldn't even see it, and then with the Liquitex white it dries bubbly, which I don't like. So good old cheap white acrylic paint with water works amazingly. So just cleaning up again, and now here is the dried version. I'm just lightly distressing the edges of the photo, and you can see exactly the look that I was going for, and I'm so happy with how this turned out. I probably could have added a little bit more gold at the bottom and splatters, but it's fine. Okay, interrupted to break up a fight. My kids are having a fight. It's real life around here, as you know. So now I'm just wanting to check where I'm going to stick these letters. The N has got a kind of dropped curved tail, so I want to make sure that goes off the edge of the cut file, and I know I'm getting a bit of a perfectionist again, but I really have to make sure everything is centered. Yeah, so off camera I've put all the foam onto the back of things. It's not great to watch, and so it's a bit tedious, especially with those letters, but it's always worth it to have dimension. So probably could have cut some of this out. I will cut some out soon because it's yeah, a bit boring, but just wanted to show you how I get things exactly as I like them. So checking again, lining them up again. And at this point, I really did not want to lift that photo up at all because I was so happy with the placement of it. So that's one positive about using liquid adhesive, is that you can wiggle things around. There's wiggle room in the, I don't know, minute or so it takes for it to dry. So placing these again, and I will go ahead and glue them because I'm happy with how they look. So yeah, just gluing them down. And then what I end up having to do is put a punch or something, border punch actually, on top of them to get them to glue. So if you're not using any other adhesive except just the foam and liquid adhesive, you definitely need to have them held down. And then I'm going through the die cut ephemera pack for Sunkissed and seeing what I can pull, because I haven't used many of these, and there's a lot of icons. Some of them are tropical and they're not really appropriate to Riverton. If you know, you'll laugh. You'll agree with me, it's definitely not tropical. We happened to get it in we had a beautiful few days there where it was really hot, but generally it's not. It can be cooler. So I thought, welcome to paradise. It's paradise to us. The best definitely is the best little escape for us. And then I thought about using those clouds, but I didn't want to cover too much of my splatters, and I thought about tucking them behind, but I just think it would have been too much. So just distressing the edges of things here, and then just using my stapler to staple down that Be Happy and adding some dimension, and trying to get that and what is it, epoxy button to work, and yeah, just playing around really. And definitely avoiding, aside from the welcome to paradise, avoiding the tropical kind of things. And then this is not going to have any journaling on it because it is my title page, and there'll be enough journaling in the album. So I just found a couple of those stickers off the accessory sticker sheet, and I think I go for that banner as well. So yeah, so it's say nothing but blue skies or something like that. Yeah, so that is pretty much my layout. I don't think I did anything off camera. I was happy to add that little button on there, and just adding dimension where it needs to be added. So that is my final layout, and it's my cover for my album, and I'm really happy with it. I hope you enjoyed this process video, and all the details on who is playing along on this hop are listed in the description box below. Thanks for watching.